The discovery that would forever change the understanding of Mediterranean mythologies took place in Dugga, ancient Thugga, one of the best preserved archaeological sites in Tunisia. Among Roman temples, Latin inscriptions, and Punic ruins, a team found something that should not have existed there. A clay tablet written in Akkadian, carefully stored inside what resembled a Roman stone vault. This discovery caused a double sense of astonishment, as Akkadian had never been found in the Maghreb. In addition, the tablet was accompanied by a Latin translation, as if a Roman scholar had attempted to preserve a much older text. After months of study, the text came to be referred to as the Liberation of Atrio. The main fragment contained readable passages in Akkadian cuneiform, marked by wear, but still interpretable. In the following passage, in Akkadian style, appears one of the phrases that demonstrates the linguistic patterns of the language. Atrio went forth into life, and the evil that dwelt in his heart was released. Another reconstructed passage. When Atrio acted, the dark spirit detached itself. These fragments suggested that Atrio was not freed from evil, but rather that he released evil, exactly as interpreted in the Latin translation. The tablet was accompanied by a wooden board with Latin inscriptions, probably from the 2nd century of the Common Era, recognized as having been written by a learned Roman priest attempting to preserve the Sumerian Akkadian text. Among the translated and commented passages, which are on the tablet well preserved by the extremely dry and enclosed environment, there is this one that says, Atrio was not purified, but released. The evil he contained was returned to the world. Another fragment states, here is the origin of the division of peoples. The Latin translation reinforced the interpretation that the myth described the primordial separation of races and human characteristics, confirmed by the archaeologists' own interpretations in their texts. Researchers who analyzed the finding proposed that the Akkadian text reached Tunisia through Phoenician merchants who had contact with the East. Other texts and findings suggest that a Roman priest, erudite and fascinated by the antiquity of the myth, translated it into Latin. Furthermore, the text appears to have been hidden in Dugga to protect it during conflicts in North Africa. Thus, the liberation of Atrio would have crossed millennia, cultures, and empires. In the commentary, written about what was called the wise Tunisian mythology, the liberation of Atrio, by removing evil from his body, actually intended to release the evil he himself kept under control. The liberation of Atrio was not an act of healing, but the release of an evil he had kept contained. This serves as a metaphor for the danger of trying to eliminate something without understanding its function. It conveys the idea that evil does not disappear, it merely changes form. It presents the notion that inner balance is wiser than forced purification. This legend conceals some of the deepest teachings left to beings in manifestation. It cannot be denied that all subsequent mythology drew from this source. Legends and myths have always been built from a single place and from a single complete legend. It is also impossible to deny that it is the wisest of all, even though it is the simplest and most evident. It is from this people that divisions arise and characteristics emerge, forming not only new beings, but also the predominant character of each race. Only here can one affirm the existence of an origin. And there are no studies that go beyond this period, as few have reached it. Those who have managed to reach it, though driven mad by the discovery, merely crawl upon the surface. Much archaeological work is being carried out, but the most fascinating and necessary is the understanding of the elements that the separateness of modern civilizations has made so difficult, almost impossible. It has been the persistence, patience, and deep dedication in analyzing the little material that demonstrates some understanding that have allowed a few to reach the highest level of human knowledge possible in each period. A liberating knowledge. The legend, transcribed by those who deciphered it, remains available, not only to philosophers and archaeologists,